Okay. Hi, it's me. Chapter 7, that's what's happening right now. Let's do this shit. Author's note. Nert. Author's note. Author's note. I can do this. Hello, friends. Whew, this chapter took longer to write than I thought it would. There is so much to be done here at Fort Parsons. I think that's what she calls her house. Again, I know that this is fake. It's so real. Some days, I don't think I'll ever get caught up. But now that the little ones are sound asleep, I'm finally getting around to putting the finishing touches on this little chapter. I apologize for the delay. Now, there have been quite a few questions and comments coming in, and I thought I should take the time to address a few, since I don't have the time to reply individually. First of all, to all the mommies who have expressed their appreciation for this little story of mine, thank you. Your support keeps me writing. I'm trying to read this as if I was fucking girl defined. I don't know if you guys noticed that through all these chapters. I'm trying to read this like how Kristen and Bethany talk. It's hard. It's melting my fucking brain. Remember, though the glory is not mine, it's the work of a greater cause. And the people who call me names, a Bible-believing Christian is like a big ugly monster who lives under a bridge, and wanting everyone to do the right thing and go to heaven makes one a so-called bigot. Well, that's this modern world for you. And it's only now that I realized, like, I've been doing that for a while, that I realized they have the exact same cadence as fucking Guy Fieri. Are you hearing it? It's weird, isn't it? And finally, to the people say that I am spreading hate, take a look at some of the comments posted here, saying that I'm a terrible writer and a terrible mother whose children will hate her one day. Who is it who is spreading hate here? Because I don't think it's me. I have no words. It's too fucking real. The great hall burst into applause as a red and yellow baseball cap with a lion embroidered on the front appeared on Harry's head. Just like that. Just there it is. It's perfect. He hopped deftly off the table and landed on his little feet. That's a terrifying sentence, thank you. He could feel the love of the Lord surging through him, and just when I thought it couldn't get weirder, and he knew that he had made the right decision. Okay. He was even more sure of his decision when Hermione dashed across the cafeteria to give him a big, spontaneous hug. She, too, was sporting a red and yellow baseball cap, although her cap had a kitten on it instead of a lion. Women, am I right? I fucking hate. I just all hate. That's all I have. I'm so happy, Harry, she cried gladly, delicate tears streaming down her face. When I saw you eating with that family, I was so scared. I thought you might become a Slytherin. Never worry about that, Harry declared boldly and bravely. I am a Gryffindor, now and forever. He kind of sounds like a bad visual novel anime hero. I think that's kind of the voice I'm giving him. It wasn't intentional, but it is really funny. Well chosen, Dumbledore declared approvingly as he took long, energetic strides to cross the crowded, noisy room. Welcome to Gryffindor, Harry. Harry beamed happily. Truly, he had been blessed. As he sat down to finish his breakfast, and he was still glowing from joy, he sat back next to Ronald. Will you still be my friend even if you're a different hat? Ronald asked timidly. Of course, Harry declared generously, and began to eat his eggs. He had expected his eggs to be cold by now. What with all that hullabaloo, I'm not making that up, that is actually written here. But lo and behold, they were still piping hot. Harry would not pretend what Ronald believed about worshiping the dead. Worshiping the dead? When did he say that? But he could still offer the young boy friendship in the spirit of Matthew 2:16-17. "Oh, thank you, Harry," Ronald uttered happily. He may have been sporting a green and black hat with a snake on it, which testified to his Slytherin beliefs. There's so much wrong with the phrase Slytherin beliefs, and I can't even begin to define it. But he could recognize Harry's pure-hearted godliness, generosity, humility, and innocent goodness. Harry, you're just the best fucking guy, aren't you? You're just Gary Suing the fuck out of this school, ain't you, son? He looked around at his siblings, all of them wearing hats identical to his, and he wondered why none of them were like that. "Attention, students," Reverend Dumbledore, and now Reverend Dumbledore still gets me. I'm sorry. We're fucking 7 chapters in, and Reverend Dumbledore is still funny to me, okay? He announced authoritatively as he hopped onto the stage and held the microphone by his mouth. Yeah, where the fuck else are you gonna hold it? "Congratulations on picking your hats," he continued kindly. "I'm sure you've all chosen wisely." Harry hummed to himself. Just, you've used that twice now, and it's horrible both times. Stop it. He knew that the Reverend meant well, but was it really doing the members of the other hats much good to tell them that everything was the same when it wasn't? Oh, Harry, you're just a fucking asshole, aren't you? Wouldn't they all be happier if they knew how to read the Bible and take it seriously? I repeat my previous statement, you fucking asshole. You've been a Christian for like 48 hours. Like, it's literally been like 2 days at this point. Fuck off, Harry. You judgmental prick. Dumbledore thought he was making everyone happy, and perhaps he was in the short run, but in the long run, Harry worried that he was doing more harm than good. Oh my G. That was, I don't know what I was fucking going for there, but anyway. Harry did not say anything because he was new to the flock and didn't feel confident in his connection with the Lord. It's because you gotta upgrade to fucking 5G, man. You're still running on 3G connections. It's 5G for 5 God. But sometimes it takes newcomers to point out the flaws we don't see in our own communities. There's a distinct irony in that, but I'm just gonna let it go. The Reverend clapped his hands against each other once. So he clapped. What the fuck is this drawn out language? Like, everything has to be explained in such detail, and it's so confusing. It's like, this story reads as if like an alien who is trying to impersonate a Christian mom is writing a story. Like, you know, you're gonna fall into this being like, ah, yes, I too am a Christian, and I don't care for that Harry Potter thing. And the next thing you know, boom, you're on the probing table. It's the fucking Zog noise. That's what it feels like. And then he spoke enthusiastically. Now you'll be sharing most of your classes with other members of your hat, so it'd be good for you to get to know them now. Ravenclaw hats, please gather round Mr. Moody. Hufflepuff hats, gather round Mr. Sprout. Slytherin hats, please gather round Mr. Finnegan. And Gryffindor hats, please gather around Mr. Snape. Mr. Snape! Oh! Oh, okay. I'd heard rumor that they just called him Mr. Snape, and Mr. Snape is the Harry Potter. You know what it is. I can explain it right now. Mr. Snape, Dr. Thunder. You're thinking it now too, aren't you? It's almost there, but it's still a little fucking off, isn't it? It's like saying Mr. Coke. Now, at the beginning of the breakfast meal, Harry had noticed a tall, mysteriously looking man. Mysteriously looking? Okay. With long dark hair and gaunt, enigmatic features. Oh golly. He was dressed stylishly in a crisp black suit and a tie, made a shock of red in the otherwise totally black outfit. So he's like really fucking emo. Okay. Cool. The dark hair on his pale chest was neatly trimmed but still noticeably thick, and he... How would you fucking know that? He's wearing a tie! His whole fucking... What? I have so many questions! And Graysand really likes chest hair. That is what I'm fucking learning from this. It's just, there's a lot of that, and cowboy boots. This is a fetish. This is somebody's fetish. It's a fetish thing, isn't it? I'm thinking it's a fetish thing. And he wore elegant black leather shoes on both of his feet. As opposed to just one, I guess. It was now that he noticed that on the table that this man was sitting at was a placard that said on it, Mr. Snape. Mr. Snape! Harry followed the other brave young children wearing Gryffindor hats. Oh, Mr. Snape! Oh, God! This fucking story. Holy shit. Thank you all for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm losing my fucking mind reading this, but it is quite magical. If you do enjoy this, make sure you like and comment and subscribe and all that kind of shit. And I have a subreddit if you want to send me your own weird stories or terrible fan fictions that you think I should read. I'll just send it to r/Moonhorse stories. I'll look at it, I promise. I also have a merch store. I don't know why I said merchandise all the way out like that. I'm not editing that out, by the way. I'm not editing anything. I'm just letting this shit happen. It is a fucking trash fire, and we're just going to enjoy it, okay? You can check out that merch store. The links to all the things that I described, and even more things, are in the description box down below. I love you all so very much. The fuck is this story? I'll see you in the next chapter. Goodbye!